Good afternoon, Yankee fans. How's everybody doing on a pretty nice Friday afternoon here in New York? Hope everybody's doing well and getting ready for another big weekend of New York Yankee baseball. Before we get started, I just want to say hello to everybody so far in the chat. Jose, how you doing? Charles, how are you? Bryce, how's it going? Charles, good to see you. Bryce again. Sean Browning, how you doing? In the chat, we have Bob Rizzo. How you doing, Bob? Anna, how's it going? How are you doing? We have Celia, how you doing? How's it going? That is a different Celia than the one we usually have because she just texted me about it. How's it going? Nancy, how are you? John, how you doing? So everybody come to the chat if you can, because I'm going to bring up a very special guest that we have. As you know, who we had a surprise for you today at 4 p.m. Former Major League Baseball player Jason Miichaels has been kind enough to come and say hi to us. So I'm going to bring him up now without further ado, and let's go. Jonathan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. There we go. How you doing, Jason? Thank you so much for coming on NY Yankee Mania. What's going on?
You got it. Not a whole lot. Just hot down here in Florida.
Oh, everybody's in Florida, but what is it? My brother's leaving. My nieces, my nephew, everybody's leaving. I'm stuck in New York. I don't know, man.
I'm born and raised here in Tampa. I'm about 12 minutes from the Yankees spring training.
Oh, cool.
Where the Rays are playing.
Yes. So let me ask you, first of all, you look terrific. You look like you could go, we could use a nice right-handed hitter in Yankee land. Are you ready?
Nah, I don't know. It's been a little while. I've made my quota of outs is what I tell everybody. I said, I've made my quota of outs. I'm done. Now I teach it.
Oh, yeah. We are going to get into that. But just a couple of things I wanted to ask you. First of all, when did you know in your heart, even I don't care if it's a little boy or whatever, when did you know that you could do this thing? When did you know I can play baseball?
I think the first step was when I got drafted out of high school. And they don't have that round anymore. It was a 49th round pick. And I was just like, whoa, okay, it's pretty cool that, it was the Padres that drafted me out of high school, but end up going to college. I ended up going to 4 years, 2 years of junior college and then 2 years at University of Miami. And I've been drafted 4 times out of the possible 5.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Did you have a preference?
Any team? Of team? No, I didn't. Whoever wanted to take a chance on me, and let's see, I got drafted by the Padres, the Rays, the Cardinals, and the Phillies is who I ended up going with.
Oh, that's awesome. So when you first started, how was it like when you went on the field for the first time, or you knew you were getting that call? What was it like for you, your family? What was going through your mind that you finally made it?
So I was in AAA up in Scranton, which I think is now the Yankees.
Yankees, yes.
Before they made that, the stadium was nice before. Then the Yankees came in and made it really nice as well too. So I was in Scranton, and it was a Sunday day game, and then the manager brought me in the office and said, "Hey, the big club's calling you up. Get going." And of course, my heart rate is about 250. I shove whatever I can in my car because it's a 1 o'clock game in Philly. I think it was like 9 a.m. maybe, and end up getting a ticket on the way down to Philly. And at that time, this was 2001, so we were playing in the Vet, and I've never been there before. And I'm just circling the stadium. I have no idea where to park. There's it's packed, and just asking people around like, "Hey, where does the players go?" They're like, "Well, the players are already here." I'm like, "Well, I just got called up," and they end up steering me in the right direction. But that was obviously a very, very special moment. in my life, in my career, getting that first call up.
Now we do, Jason. We have some young viewers that tune in every day, and one of them just asked me, Michael. He said, "Jason, I wanted to know what were your who was your favorite player, and who did you play with the first year with the Phillies? Who was the big time stars? Because he's on he did." He said, Michael says he's only 13 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, Michael, yeah, let's see. When I first got called up, let's see here. He had Jimmy Rollins was our shortstop. Scott Rowland, who's now in the Hall of Fame, was our third baseman. We had Travis Lee at first base.
Oh yeah.
Bobby Abreu in right. Pat Burrell in left, who was my college teammate. And then Doug Glanville in center. Mike Lieberthal was the catcher, all-star catcher. So
you had a very good team there.
It was, the players nowadays is different than how it is nowadays. Back when I came up, they had veterans. And basically, rookie, you shut your mouth, open your ears, and all you hustle, and we may invite you after the game to have a beer and talk about baseball. That's what it was. Nowadays, it's not like that. Not at all. I mean, a lot of teams are younger. The veteran player, the guy that, I got shown how to be a professional, how to be a major leaguer, going about my business and preparing for the game. And it was a lot of invaluable information that I got. And then eventually I got invited after the game to sit around, have some beers after the game. And then we talked about baseball. That was when I really, really learned the game. We had cell phones, but we didn't have the picture phone yet. And it was just, like it was those bigger cell phones,
Oh yeah.
You couldn't really text. But sitting there and just listening to the guys talk about different situations in the game and hearing it from them, it was awesome. I wish everybody else would go through something like that. It changed, especially. So I spent 4 years in Philly and then got traded to the Indians.
Right.
And great team, another great team. And, it was a little bit, I mean, we had good camaraderie, but I was kind of waiting after the game to sit around and talk, and guys, had families, and I wasn't, I wasn't married or anything yet. I mean, I was really focused on baseball, and it's really get a chance to learn the game. And I'm glad that I came up when I did. Awesome. In this organization. It would have been the same with the Yankees, which would have been really hard to come up in because it's just the way it is. But it'd be the same thing with the Yankees, learning from the veteran players on how to play this game, how to respect the game, respect your opponent, respect your teammates, and go out and play hard.
One of our loyal listeners, Celia, this is the original Celia. Hi, Jason. A question for you. How do you feel about analytics in today's game? Do you think it should be used over the feel of the game, and how important do you think it is right now?
Well, Celia, this is a really good question, and I'm kind of passionate about this one. The analytics, this generation or this new generation of, I guess, of baseball, or having so much analytics in this game, I think is overcomplicated things. I think it's taken away the feel of the game and how the managers manage the game or coach the game, and how about players, pitchers or hitters go about their business of, preparing themselves. There's just so many freaking numbers. Now, when I was, playing 2001 to 2011, I had plenty of information. I mean, I had plenty. And then nowadays, these players were like, let's say if I go in, where are they? Are the Yankees at home tonight, or are they in St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Okay, so when they go to St. Louis, they're probably going to get a big, thick packet as soon as they walk in, right on their chairs, and it's got numbers galore. You know, big time. I'm a baseball player. I'm not a math genius. You know, like all that stuff doesn't really mean anything to me. I get it. Numbers don't lie, but you know, the human side, the human emotion, the feel. That's all we saw. Talk about feel versus real. You know, numbers are pretty much, you know, they're numbers. They're fact. But the feel of the game, and so like the other day, and I know, but see, I played with Booney. I was a teammate of Booney for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
We played
Yeah,
in Cleveland together and Houston together.
Right.
And, I mean, I see the media is all over him. The big, you know, they're like, I'm like,
Media,
oh,
my show.
I know. And so on my side, on the player side, I don't think he's really making the calls, be honest with you. Like Schlitter, what is that pitcher?
Yes,
Schlitter.
absolutely. Right.
Why did they take him out the other day? 5 innings. I thought he looked pretty freaking good to me, be honest with you. And then they bring in somebody else, regardless of what happened, whether De Los Santos shut him down or, you know, and he didn't. But regardless of what happened, to me, he should have went back out there. And that's what I think, you know, these data, the spreadsheets, you know, the analytics are saying, well, the third time through the order, you know, they hit a lot higher. But it's any given day, any pitcher. I remember, what's his name? Jay Sal Kim. He pitched for the Mets, pitched for the Devil Rays or the Rays.
Oh, I know who you mean. Oh,
You know, and he.
I know who you mean. I can't think of the name.
So I remember we were at Shea, and I was with Philly. He pitched, and he maybe topped out at 90, 91. And he carved us up like it was, I mean, he was just hitting the spots. He was ahead in the count a lot. I'm like, man, this is one of the toughest games, you know, that we've had as hitters, because it like guaranteed the analytics. One, he probably wouldn't have come up to the big leagues to pitch because he doesn't throw 100 like everybody else does. But
Right.
I think the analytics have really overdone it. I think it's turning players into robots.
Yep.
You know, you see nowadays where these guys are going back and they got their iPads after they're at bat. I freaking hate that. Like, if I just had a bad at bat and I didn't help out my team, I'm sure as hell going to be on that top step cheering that next guy on. And hopefully he could pick me up and pick us up as a team. But if I go over there and get on my iPad, I know what the hell I did. I know what I did wrong too. And I know what I did good. And a lot of these guys, I think they just kind of get into a weird rhythm, or maybe the front office, the brass, the analytics has just overtaken so much of the coaching. I just don't feel like the coaches are really being able to coach, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Now, so that was my next question. So, you know, Booney, you know, obviously personally and everything, but as I tell the fans here, if let's say he gets fired, it's not going to change. Nothing's going to, they just think, you know, maybe he does make a move or two, but do we really know what moves he's really doing? I mean, Clint Frazier, an ex-Yankee, has now a podcast out there, and he's saying the man's basically not managing. He's like a puppet. He's coming out and saying that, but yeah, nobody believes it. Everybody believes it's Boone the puppet, and Boone this, and Boone that, and Boone this. They got into the World Series last year.
I know.
With
I mean,
no first baseman and no left fielder.
That's, you know, growing up, me being on the East Coast, you know, East Coast media is completely different than the rest of the country.
Right.
It's just, it's passionate. They're just, it is what it is, you know, and I feel like, especially coming up in Philly, and it didn't matter, even if I would have came up with the Yankees, that the fans had me be accountable quickly. You didn't run it out, we're gonna boo you. Okay, if you do something good, we're gonna cheer for you. And you know, I think a lot of these guys. I mean, the hustling nowadays in general sucks. You know, I would be upset by that. But there's a lot of bonehead plays that have been made, mental mistakes that should be cleaned up in the minor leagues. I just, I mean, I'm thinking about that one of Jazz the other day down
Yeah.
I could not believe it. And then they asked him, would you do it again? He said, yeah, I do the same thing. I'm like, how? I mean, and everybody's probably jumping on Booney. I'm like, Booney's fine. That just, I mean, you got somebody that doesn't want to listen or thinks they know everything. Here's your manager. You got to respect your manager. But yeah, unfortunately, and I hate saying it, but I really feel like a lot of these coaches' hands are tied. I really do. And it's a lot of these spreadsheets are going, oh, well, the numbers say, I don't care. Any given day that pitcher could have it. And I think Schlitter was, I mean, I know he's a rookie, but man, I thought he was throwing the ball pretty well. He got into a little bit of hair there in the fourth, but I look at pitchers of stress innings, okay? And how many stress innings or stress pitches they had, meaning, first in the game, if guys are in scoring position, it's already started to have stress pitches.
Right.
So, if that adds up, I get it. But God forbid a guy gets a hit or 2 hits in a row. I mean, now we panic and we got to throw guys in the bullpen. I'm like, I wonder why everybody's bullpen's tired, because these starters don't even go. I mean, they barely go 5 innings, and
I'm in awe with this, Jason. I just, everybody knows my feeling about it, and I hate it. What happened? What is wrong with just having scouts go scout the team you're going to play? Like the Yankees, yes, when they were home, go scout the Cardinals, bring it back, and you have a team meeting 5-6 hours before the game. What happened to that? Why do I have to look at a piece of paper? It's ridiculous.
Now, even when I keep saying that right there, I've never looked at one advanced scout's notes. Like, none of that means anything to me.
Okay, yeah.
Meaning that I'm trying to keep it simple. When I go in to prepare for a game, especially now, I came up in the National League, so I was a fourth outfielder. I was a pinch hitter a lot. So I know my last 3 years with Houston, we were in the National League, and all the hitters came up to me and asked, "Hey, what does this guy have? What's that guy have?" I'm like, "Do you not do any preparation before the game?" Because I wanted to see all the pitchers. I wanted to see arm angles. I just wanted to see their last, few outings. That's about it. Just to get my head wrapped around what's going on. And nowadays they have, a lot of these pitchers have 3 or 4 pitches, and then they got percentages on each pitch and then each count. I'm like, that has nothing to do with me. I'm looking to hit the fastball, and then I'll react to an off-speed pitch. Bottom line.
Yeah, you have the sweeper. You've got this pitch.
It's a made-up pitch, by the way. That's a made-up pitch.
Of course. I mean,
it's either slider or cutter. Like Mariano. I faced Mariano. One pitch. This guy. One pitch that was like, it's coming, and for some reason it's like a cutter. It comes in and it just moves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? How can you not? This guy was awesome. One pitch. Now in spring training, he would throw the sinker, so one would go one way into me, the other one would go away, and I'm like, man, actually, he's pretty good sinker. Why doesn't he use that? Hey, if you can hit my cutter, I'm going to keep throwing it. I don't know why, we mess around with that. But so, back to that question for Celia, it's just the analytics has been very, very frustrating. I know that I feel the same as a lot of ex-major leaguers. I think that there's not enough ex-players in the organizations. There's a lot of number crunchers or numbers guys, guys that maybe have never played. That's fine. But I don't give a shit really what all these analytics say. There's a feel part of it, and you got to let your coaches coach. There's a lot of great minds on that bench, coaches.
Oh yeah.
But I know a lot of people, especially upstairs, that they're going to manage, because the media after the game, well, why did you hit Miichaels here when you could have hit, Frazier? I'm just saying, like. To me, I'm like, hey, Miichaels has been having the best at bats. I don't care who's on that mound. The best at bats, I'm going to go to Miichaels on this one. Well, he's a righty, should have been. Who gives a shit?
And that's right.
You got to be able to hit both pitches, both sides. It just, period.
Another thing that drives Yankee fans crazy, and Yankees in general, you can't have the same lineup for 2 games. And then one guy gets 3 hits, he sits the next game. Where's the logic to that now? Where is it?
Well, too, is that especially everyday players, okay? Like you want to know, like when I played every day in Cleveland in 06, I knew I was hitting second. Like I didn't need there wasn't many changes in the lineup other than maybe the back end. Maybe there are 7, 8, 9 hitters. Other than that, it was pretty much standard. But now you don't know, I guess, as a player and as an everyday player, like, am I playing tomorrow? I don't know. And it is odd. If you're not having back-to-back lineups, I'm like, what do you guys think, that this other lineup's just going to, we switch guys here and there? Like,
I mean, it's mind-boggling. It really
is. And I know it's got to be frustrating for fans. It has to be frustrating. Obviously, the Yankees. I mean, it's the Yankees. They're expected to be in the postseason every year. They're expected to be at the top of the standings every year. And, God forbid, when you start going, it's just the grind of the season. You're going to have ups and downs.
Of course.
And you try to limit those downs as much as you can. But I know it's a tough deal, especially being the manager of the Yankees. I mean, that's a tough job. I mean, there's somewhat of a no-win situation.
That's right.
If you don't win the World Series, you had a bad year. I mean, that just is what it is. That comes with it. Booney knows that. He absolutely knows that.
I mean, sometimes I really feel for Boone because, I mean, I've seen it. I've covered the Yankees for, quite a few years. I've seen the ins and outs. And, people are so fast to say, maybe he has made a bad move here and there, but everybody does.
Everybody
Come
does.
on.
Yeah.
But, I mean, could it be, this guy is a lame duck. And every press conference is the same thing. It's the same. Because what do you want him to say? His player stinks? He's not going to do that. So what, being a Yankee manager should be the most prestigious thing. And right now, I wouldn't do it if you gave me $10 million for 1 year. And I would love to manage this club. I swear to God. I've seen over 5,000 games. I know a little bit about what's going on. But, it's horrible. Now, Charles asks you, what do you think of the pitch clock in today's game?
Well, I'm not for these changes, although I do like the pitch clock. Now, coming from a hitter, I like the pitch clock because there were some guys that used their time. They took their time. They would pick over a lot, or they just lull you. And so what happens is the more time I have to wait, the more time I start to think, and I don't want to think. I've already have my plan, and I start self-doubting, or maybe, hey, this isn't the right plan. That's what I don't want. But I think it's pretty good because it does speed up the game, not just for the fans, but I mean, I think it's good for the players. I mean, I know pitchers talk about that the pitch clock is, potentially hurting their arms. I don't know. I'm not a pitcher, but I just don't like the pickovers. Like, you only get 3 pickovers. Like, what is that about? Or even like, I'm not for the shift, but don't tell me that I can't do the shift. If I want to play all my players on the right field line, that's on me for being an idiot. Don't tell me I can't play there. I'm like, what are these rules? There's a lot of changes. A lot of ex-players are not happy with a lot of these changes, a lot of the analytics, especially how player development is. The scouts are doing a good job. Both amateur and professional, and the major league advanced ones, they're doing a good job. And now it comes down to player development. How is the player development being run? Do we have ex players in there, guys that know what the hell's going on, or are we being told what to do by all these numbers and this and that? Like, good Lord, man, that's pretty tough. There's not a right way. It's a perfect imperfect game. Baseball, it is what it is. I'm more of a purist. I'm old school.
Right.
But I have to, I teach it now. So I do lessons down here in Tampa, and I also do virtual lessons. And, I do have technology in my cages, but honestly, I don't even use it. Because if a guy hits the ball hard, I know he hits the ball hard. I don't need his exit velocity. And like a lot of these colleges nowadays are, hey, what's your player's exit velocity, or how hard does he throw from? I don't give a shit. I really don't. I mean, he's a good player, and I think he'd be good, addition to your program. I mean, if you want to go through all that bullshit, I mean, don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. It is what it is. And plus, a lot of these people don't take in the psychology part. Maybe, God forbid, maybe he just broke up with his girlfriend or divorced his wife, or maybe something happened personally. And like, how are the numbers going to evaluate that?
Yeah, it just comes down to these numbers, and I mean, we can go on and on. I mean, and the one thing that I can't stand, I mean, totally, is the phantom runner. It's not fair to the team. It's not fair to the road team. And although the Yankees, they can't get a guy home from third base, we won't even get into that. Second and third, they don't move the runners over. They don't bunt. They don't hit and run. They don't steal. I mean, what are you doing in the playoffs and the World Series?
I completely agree with you. I do this other live stream where I watch a game and I comment as the game's going on, kind of like you do on the Yes Network. They're going to have a color guy or an ex-player. So I'm able to talk and then talk to fans, when they have like, why'd we do that? I'm like, hey, we should bunt here. It's pretty much a no-brainer. Nope, they're going to swing away. I'm like, why are we doing that? And like, there's a lot of things. And I know that you have, I mean, you said you've seen over 5,000 Yankee games, but there's a lot of very, very smart fans out there. And I'm sure that you guys are frustrated as heck as well, going, what are we doing here? Are we trying to win? But it also has got to come down to the player. Okay. If I got a guy at first and second, now I'll probably ask my manager, hey, if there's a guy at first and second, or what are you thinking? Or, can I bunt? Or, do I, if I do a good job, maybe like Jeter really staying inside well of the ball, stuff like that. So I completely agree. It needs to be a little bit more small ball, and that will help out with the big ball. You cannot always rely on the 3-run homer. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees. You got to come on the show with me, please. After a Yankee game, you have to come on with me, because I mean, I'm going crazy because
what we could do? Like I was saying, we could do a live stream, watch the game. We all watch the game together.
Yes.
And I'll comment. And I mean, the way I watch a game is completely different than how, to me, I would say the normal fan watches the game. There's a lot of little things. There's a lot of stuff that's just in the game that's in front of my eyes that I could see. I'm like, I can use this.
Well, we actually do some live streams. As a matter of fact, we got one coming up on Sunday against the Cardinals. That would be fantastic. We have a co-host who's actually going to be doing his second game. He did a very nice job in game one, and that's what we like to do here, Jason. We like to have people enjoy this. When you get sick, it's not a joy anymore. We're here to have, to talk about the Yankees, say your feeling. I'm not saying you can't think, like, oh my God, what are they doing, and fire the manager. But there's a way to do it. And it's just like, no, you're wrong. Boone is no good. This one's no good. That one's no good. So then who is good? Tell me, because I don't understand it. I don't understand it. They haven't won since 2009. Now, I'm not picking on the Yankees. Don't get me wrong, Jason. But I mean, where's the bunting? They're relying on a 3-run homer, and if the guy can bat 240 and hit 30 homers, it's fantastic. I'd rather have a singles hitter that's going to give me singles and doubles, is going to run from first to third and get him in. And what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you. And I think that's why I feel like upstairs is doing a lot of the coaching. And who does it fall on? It falls on the manager, period. I mean, it's going to fall on the manager even before that, but at least he gets to use his feel and go, you know what? Miichaels has been giving me the best at bats. I don't give a shit if it's a right-hander on the mound. I'm going to put a right-handed bat against whoever, because he's been giving me my best at bats. Well, and I think a lot of these they don't, because the media after the game is going to go, why didn't you put lefty, whatever lefty, Bird? Why didn't Bird hit instead of Miichaels? Well, because it was a righty, and well, Bird hasn't been having good at bats lately. So
No, I agree.
sometimes they have to, it's a tough deal. It really is.
I would love to work that out with you. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh,
I do have a little.
enjoy it.
I do have a little surprise for you, though. I'm gonna bring him up right now.
Yo.
Nathan, how you doing?
What's up, Jason?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm the one who set this up for you guys. So, by the way, thank you for coming on Joe's show, and also thank you for coming on our Java and the Mouse show too. I work with Java also for that show. I'm their PR manager for that show.
Yeah. That's both great shows. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, sorry, I'm driving. I was on my way to pick up my uncle from the airport, but I got surprised by my younger brother. So it wasn't my uncle. It was my younger brother because tomorrow's my birthday. I turn 30 tomorrow. So yeah, so he came in for the weekend. So
nice, man. That's a cool surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So thank you guys. And like I said, thank you for joining Joe's show, man. Joe does a great job, and we've been helping him out for a month or so, and we've been booking all the guests that he has on the show. We've been booking for him, and it's great what he's doing. And Jason, I want to ask you something about your obviously you had a great career, and whoever doesn't know about him, and Jason had an underrated career, in my opinion. One of he was a gamer on the field, off the field, and obviously put up great numbers. And as an outfielder, I want to ask you, what was it like for you to be part of the Phillies teams and playing in front of those fans in Citizens Bank Park?
Yeah, I mean, so that's what I said to Joe earlier, that I feel pretty lucky, pretty fortunate that I was able to come up in that system. It's crazy is you got 30 teams, but and the end goal is to win the World Series. But everybody's got a different way of getting there. And I came up. There was a lot of ex-players around, and they were able to teach the game. And there's a lot of psychology, a lot of mental stuff at this level, especially in the big leagues. It is 95% mental. Preparation, the mental side, dealing with the failures in the game. Because every time you get on that field, there's pretty much going to be a negative result or a failure. And the reason the major leaguers are different than everybody else is that they're able to limit those and not let those bring them down and still keep that confidence. And, in the daily grind, and your face is out there. You got the big stadiums and all the cameras and stuff like that. But no, I felt very fortunate. I'm glad I stayed in the East Coast. I think again the media on the East Coast is different than when I went to Cleveland or when I went to Houston. He was especially out west. They don't even show up to the game till about an hour later or something like that. Now, granted, a lot of traffic, but still, that I felt very fortunate coming up in that organization.
Yeah,
and you guys, you had some great teammates too.
Yeah. Had some good teammates. Played with some Hall of Famers, and really got a chance to compete. With really everybody. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yep.
You have a question from Jose. Who was the first hit? Who was the first hit that you got a hit off of, and how was that feeling for you?
So it was 2001. We were at Atlanta. Mike Remlinger was the left-handed reliever, and ended up having an RBI single in my first at bat, and that was, my sixth at bat, and that was. Then I felt like, hey, now I'm a major leaguer. that I got my first hit in the big leagues, and that was.
Who got the ball?
Well. My parents had it, and then my parents' house got broken into. They stole it. They stole my jerseys, the ball. I had some, my home run ball and my first hit. It was just unfortunate they got stolen.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's great.
When they caught they had my mom's car. When they caught my mom's car, the guy was wearing my jersey,
Oh
my
my God.
jersey with Miichaels on the back. And he was like, "No, I didn't do anything."
Unbelievable.
You ain't getting that at the store, pal. I tell you right now.
Yeah. SGA Sports Talk. This guy does a sports talk on the West Coast, and he asked, "What was the most surprising thing about life in the major leagues for you?"
And it was. I mean, it was about as good as that you would think that it is. I mean, first class all the way. I mean, you don't really touch your bags. You know, you get on the flight. You have your own 3 seats on the flight. You know, and it's you know, just going around, just the notoriety that you get, which could be good and bad, but it's just pretty much everything that you would think, and being able to play my dream as well too, and it's kind of hard to describe. Yeah.
Teresa asked you, Jason. It's so nice. It's so nice of you to come on the show. Thank you, Teresa, for that. My question is, did you like playing in the American League or the National League, or are you allowed to say?
So, well, I mean, it's a good question. I think I was a National League player. Now, when I played 2001 to 2011 National League, that, you know, the pitcher hit.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like that's real managing. That's real coaching, to be able to you know, figure out that managing and when to pinch hit, when not to pinch hit, double switch. That to me, and I didn't like that they went to the DH. I get it, but I didn't like it. I mean, I think it was fine. AL had the DH, NL, you know, had the pitcher hit, and I think that was pretty unique. Just the way it's always been, pretty much. And but I think I was more of a National League player.
And she also says, when you played against the Yankees or the Mets, did you have a preference who you like to beat?
Just either one. I mean, you just got 2 just great organizations, very historic. You know that you're just going to be getting, you know, the Yankees. It was. I didn't have a preference. No, we just needed to beat them. You know, I mean, whoever it was, we just needed to beat them.
Charles asks, what do you think of the automatic umpiring that may happen next year?
I don't like it. I think some fans are going to like it. I don't like it. I don't know what the rules are going to be. If it's kind of like how it was in the All-Star game, you know, where I guess each team would get 2 challenges. I honestly think that the umpires are doing a great job. Now, I'm going to get some blowback on that. I am, but
you're going to start a war on the channel.
Well, you know, so I was not for when they started Quest Tech. I don't know what year that was. They started that, you know, sometime in the early 2000s.
2000.
I was a fan of that. When I came up, I remember the umpire going, "All right, Rook, if you don't swing the bat, I'm going to call it a strike." Or if it was a rookie pitcher, like, "Hey, pal, if you don't throw it over the middle of the plate, I'm not calling it a strike." Like, you had to earn your way. That was kind of one of the ways to earn your way to be considered a big leaguer and learn it the right way. And I know that the strike zone was wider, a little bit wider when I played. So what drives me nuts about today is that the strike zone are so tight. These are hitter strike zones. And so seeing that I don't know, maybe 8 guys, 7 guys in the American League are hitting above 300. I think maybe 1 in the National League.
That's crazy.
That shouldn't happen. I'm telling you right now, it shouldn't happen.
Speaking of umpires, what are your thoughts? I want to get your thoughts on the first female getting the chance to be the first woman to umpire an MLB game. It was the Braves game. So talk about that. What was that like for you to see that happen finally?
I think that was great. You know, I mean, that's awesome. I think we need more umpires, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's a shortage or not, but it's a tough job. I mean, they're not coming there to see you. You know, they're coming there to see the players, and God forbid you go against their team. I mean, they're going to let you have it. It just is what it is. But I think it's a really cool thing. You know, I don't have any problem with it. Yeah.
I don't
Just-
either.
And she did a great job too.
She may hear some
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I heard some stuff in the outfield whenever I played, so I don't know what kind of stuff she's going to hear, because these umpires are going to get an earful. It doesn't matter any game. They're going to get an earful.
Oh, yeah. Richard, another loyal viewer, he asks, right now, with everything going on in baseball, is there actually a difference between you think, in the American League and the National League, or are we all one happy family?
I think he's right. I think we're just one. Like I said back when I played National League, the pitchers hit. The American League, it was DH. And then when you get to the postseason, depending on which side you go to, especially in the World Series, I mean, I think that's pretty neat. It requires management. You got to manage. That's the point of the game. It's the point of the manager. You got to manage your players.
If you had to say, now this is from Bob, on this show, there are a lot of negatives for the way the Yankees are playing, the way the manager. If you had to tell, a big group of people, hey, how would you describe it? Would you describe it that it is, like you said, analytic, or is it the manager, or is it what? Just to give an idea, to let people know what the truth and what isn't the truth, because obviously you're not going to hear it from the team.
No, we're not going to hear it from the team. In my opinion, I think a lot of managers are getting told who to play, when to play, the pitchers, how they go out, and when they go out, who comes in. I mean, I just don't feel like even Bruce Bochy, who's Hall of Fame manager.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was some questionable stuff that I saw, and I'm like, I cannot see a baseball person making that play or making that call there. So I honestly, I'm a fan of Boone. I think that he's got an extremely hard job. One that if he doesn't win the World Series, it's a fail. I mean, he probably thinks that as a manager anyways, but to me, I didn't need my manager. I didn't need my hitting coach. I'm not blaming a hitting coach. I'm not blaming a manager. It's on me. I'm the player. I'm the one swinging the bat. I'm the one making the decisions. That's on me. And I think that's where it comes back to who's the leader of the team. There has to be a leader in the clubhouse. I think a manager is only as good as his clubhouse leader, whoever that is. Now, when I came up, there's two types of leaders. You got the guy that talks, and then you got the guy that just leads by example. I think everybody's kind of looking at Judge as probably the leader of this team. You can't make somebody a leader. It just is what it is. I think majority of leaders, especially nowadays, are going to be, lead by example. So, fans have to understand it's a grueling season, both as the fan, but also as the players and the coaches as well. And yes, I completely agree with you that you want to see more consistent good play. These stupid mental mistakes is what drives everybody nuts.
Oh yeah.
It's just, I've been seeing it too much, and that's why I think, because remember, Major League Baseball took out a team in the minor leagues for everybody.
Yep.
Well, that's like 1,200, maybe 1,200 guys.
Yep.
That are out. But like with any job, you got to work your way up. I had to work my way up the ladder. Is what it is. Kind of like everybody else. You can't just be given the starting position. You got to earn it. You got to get there and earn it. But that's where you clean up a lot of the stupid mental mistakes. If you're going to make a mistake, I expect aggressive mistakes. I have no problem with being an aggressive mistake. But when you make a mental mistake, and again, I go back to the Jazz thing, and then you say, oh, well, I would have done the same thing again. I'm like, what? There was no play to be made, idiot. There was zero play to be made. Stay right there. Oh, if he drops it, who gives a shit? Who cares? Okay, whatever. But it was just really a bonehead play, But And I know there's countless examples that we could talk about something like that, or a mental
Right.
mistake.
Oh yeah.
And I think fans too, I think they kind of want to kind of go back to this little bit more of the small ball. Even though the Yankees are leading in home runs, the home runs are going to come. They're going to come.
Right. It's exactly what I say all the time.
The more pressure you put on that defense and the more stress you put on those pitchers, then it's going to be they're going to make more mistakes. Bottom line, it puts me in a good position.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask Judge to bunt. I won't do that. Okay?
Right.
I'm not going to ask Stanton to bunt either. That's kind of a standard. But everybody else, be able to bunt, be able to hit and run.
If they don't practice it, Jason, in March and April, forget it. In February, March, forget it. It's not going to happen.
I think it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the teams that are willing to do some small ball stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing that's going on too is, there's a lot of strikeouts as well. And I've seen a lot of strikeouts where guys are swinging like it's a 2-0 pitch. I'm like, buddy, you got 2 strikes. Just put it in play. Just put it in play. You never know what happens. You put it in play, something's going to happen. But if you take this big swing and you strike out, I hated striking out. I thought it was embarrassing. But some of these guys, it looked like they don't really I struck out. I'm like, God, I freaking hated it. I didn't want that pitcher to get the best of me.
Of course not.
I hated it.
Yep.
Yeah, no question about it. But
that's true. And
we've been going back and forth with everything, but how about something really cool? You're teaching, you're with the kids.
Yep.
Please, let's get into something really, really cheering. Let us know how that is to you, and how does that make you feel?
Yeah, so I have a couple of cages just north of the spring training, the Steinbrenner Field down here in Tampa. I do the hitting and the fielding. I have another ex-major leaguer that does the pitching, and it's called the Big League Approach. It's down here in Tampa. Obviously I do private lessons, I do group lessons, but I also do virtual lessons as well too, because I'll do them with some of my pro guys or my college guys during the season. And a lot of it is the mental side. I'm teaching a lot of the mental side of the game. Is really a lot of it is so many parents come to me and says, "Oh, my son, he just lost it. He just lost it. He can't hit." I go, "I know exactly what it is. He just doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't have a plan." And that's what I think a lot of these players, and I think it's going all the way up. There's no plan. You guys got to have a plan. You got to have an approach. All you guys can hit. Every single one can hit. I said, you need 2 things to be a good hitter. 2 things. I said, 1, you got to be able to see the ball. You got to see the ball no matter what. That is most important. And 1B would be you got to believe you're the best hitter. Bottom line. You have those 2 things, you're gonna put the barrel of the bat on the ball. Okay. Notice I didn't say anything about swing mechanics or launch angle or anything like that, which I don't like. I'm all about. The way I was taught, and if you ask any major league Hall of Famer, they were talking about, hey, I'm just trying to hit a line drive through the middle. I'm just trying to square it up. If I'm trying to hit a home run, I can get away with it in BP. And in the game, it's freaking hard, man. These guys are throwing the ball hard. They're making it move. It's hard to take 100% swing in the game. No hitter should have 100% swing, especially in the big leagues. And if you looked at the home run derby, not one of those guys had 100% swing. Maybe O'Neal Cruz when he hit that one freaking 500 something feet. But other than that, you look at them and they're not swinging 100%.
Yeah.
One, they're tired. They're going to get tired and then they won't be able to finish. But the ball's jumping off the bat just the same. So I don't know, something for you guys to look at, watch at. It should not be 100% swing. Even though we're boys or we're men, we get cocky sometimes, we get confident, and I try to tell my guys, I said, that's where we gotta stay in our lane a little bit. Are you a home run hitter? Stop trying to hit a home run. Like Volpe, you're not a home run hitter. Stop trying to hit home runs. Are you going to hit them? Yes. But if you stop trying to hit them, then you probably hit more, to be honest with you. And that's probably a bad example. I know.
No, it's a good example because I've been on it for a long time. He is not a 5th place hitter, and you put him 8th or 9th. I've been praying for this. He is a different player. He's going to get his hits. He's going to go to right field. He's going to go first to third. He's going to do a lot more. But you're putting him right after Giancarlo Stanton or Aaron Judge. That's not the type of player he is.
Exactly.
And then they're getting on him.
And that's what Major League Baseball has started to turn this game into, because the value is the home run. They don't care if you hit 200. If you're 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a home run, I'm saying that they're rewarding that.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with you.
There needs to be a change. I don't know how that's going to happen, because numbers don't lie. I get it. But we got to get back to feel. There needs to be a feel of the game, but I don't know. So that's what I'm doing. When I'm teaching, and I'm on TikTok and Twitter and whatever, Instagram, Facebook, at the Big League Approach. And, you know, that's what I'm doing. I do some training videos as well, too, on my Instagram and Facebook. But a lot of it, I talk about the mental side of the game. It is so important. I mean, everybody asks me, I said, listen, I played 10 plus years in this game, but I was a starter one of my 10 years. So I was a lot coming off the bench and possibly double switching or hitting, you know, against a 7th inning guy, 8th inning guy, or the closer. When my bat's going to mean something, I said I never got sent down. It was because I stayed consistent with my approach. And I was able to put myself in a good position, because it doesn't matter any job. If you don't perform, you're going to be gone. There's a lot of guys behind me trying to get where I'm at. So it's, you know, the same competition, and it really comes down. Everybody can hit. Everybody in the big leagues can hit. Okay. I just want guys to have a better 2-strike approach. I think there's way too many strikeouts. I think that the umpires now are hitters umpires, or closer to hitters umpires, because, I mean, they're not really giving anything off the plate. I can't believe kind of how tight they are.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, man. I'm like 17 inches, you know, I'm like, I can't cover 17. Nobody can cover 17, but I can shorten it up a little bit and cover a certain part of the plate.
Do you believe on a 2-strike count that it's a really good idea to choke up on the bat? Does that help at all?
I mean, that's what I did. That's what I was taught. Spread out a little bit, choke up, and just put it in play. Now, what drives me nuts, and I'm sure I probably did it too, but now I think I've learned more about hitting now that I'm done and looking at everybody else's swing, is that, you know what I would do with my team? I said, if anybody takes a fastball strike, I'm going to fine them. I'd fine them $20.
Yeah.
And it's not for me. It's going to be for the team. But I'm just saying, like, I'd fine them, like, you take a fastball strike. I don't want to hit this. The only ones that we're hitting are the hangers. That's the only ones that we're going to hit. Okay. Are we going to get fooled? Absolutely. Everybody gets fooled. But I do not want to give away that fastball. So you guys watch, when y'all watch, and watch how many fastball strikes.
Oh,
it drives me nuts. Drives me. And I'm sure I probably did it too. But now I'm on this end, and I've learned more about hitting, but I did not want to let a fastball strike go. Okay.
Yeah.
Strikes.
John from Manhattan asks, what I don't understand is when you think the pitcher is wild and he walks, let's say, 2 guys in a row, why do they have to swing at that first pitch? Why not just wait on one? Do you believe in that philosophy, or do you believe you got to go up there? The first pitch is the best. I got to kill that ball.
It could go either way. Depends on that hitter. Like, if I feel like that I haven't had good at bats, or the guy's a little wild, like, let me see one first. If it happens to be a strike, so what? I'm gonna take it as if I'm going to swing at it, but I'll be able to see a lot. Okay, and I still should have the confidence that I can still hit with 1 strike.
Yeah.
No matter what. If I don't have the confidence, then I probably shouldn't be playing. To be honest with you, but these guys got to be confident. But that's how I came up in Philly. The older guys would say, hey, if a guy walks 4 straight, you take that next pitch, unless the manager gives you the green light. You know, which I completely understand. Hey, I got to be confident with the strike.
Yeah, 1,000% agree with you. And You have one other question. I don't want to cream you with all these questions because there's a lot, but one says, do you believe there's going to be a strike at the end of next year?
I hope not. I really do. I hope not. I hope our union stays strong. I know it's a subject. The salary cap is the big thing, of the subject, and uh, I don't have an answer. I just hope they don't strike. I hope they can figure it out, work it out. Both sides are going to have to give up something, just the way it is for negotiation. Um, I feel like we have the cards, but then again, the owners are going, well, we have the money, you know. So I hope they don't. I really don't. I think it'll be a stain on the sport if they do. 94 was that last one, I think.
Yep.
And I mean, I heard about players because they talked about players would come up from minor league to fill in for those big league guys, and they got a bad rap. I mean, it was what do they call them, scabs or something like that. But from a minor league perspective, hey man, I'm not making any money, but if I'm able to come up, because you don't make any money in the minor leagues, the money's in the big leagues. It is what it is. And man, I could have a really good payday just being up there a month. It's amazing. So I hope they don't. I really don't.
Yeah, we're looking. We're definitely not looking for that, but it just seems that they're going that way. I mean, that's what it sounds like. That's what a lot of creators are saying. A lot of people on TV that they're just waiting because the owners are getting disgusted that teams are not spending. I mean, you have teams out there, Jason, that it's horrible. I mean, you can't name one player. All right, it's different if they were good. Well, some of them are okay, but my God.
So I'm down here in Tampa, okay? Low market team, whether they're probably bottom 4, bottom 5. But they usually put out a competitive product each year. You're not going to really know who the guys are, but they put out a competitive product. So that's when I go back. I think scouting is doing a good job. Now it comes down to player development.
Yeah.
And that's probably my calling. And I was in player development with the Nationals 2013. But I think it comes down to player development. It's crazy. Everybody's got different player development. It's just the way they go about getting their guys ready for the next level. That's how I look at it. But then again, I understand exactly what they're like. Hey, man, they're not spending money. I mean, like Tampa Bay is not going to go and get a big name, big bat or whatever, or a big pitcher, anything like that. They're just not going to do it.
No, but they're pesky. I mean, they have brains in that organization.
So, but then again, they kind of put out a competitive product, each year. So like, okay, but why isn't Pittsburgh doing as well? Or I think Oakland's starting to do a little bit better.
I agree, but there's too much parity now. I mean, which is okay for the game, but my God, right now, to me, the World Series is open. You say, the Dodgers this, and it is open. Anybody can win this thing right now. You get hot, you can win. And yes, Yankee fans, Yankees could do it because it could be anybody. I know you don't believe that.
Hey, Jay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I'm always going to bring up this thing. Jason, speaking of the Nationals, remember the year when they were struggling, they were last place, and then they started to get hot and they won the World Series that year? Yeah, see that's how that shows that you cannot give up on the season right now. If you're the Yankees or whoever's in the third wild card spot, you cannot give up because the Nationals did that. When the Nationals did that, that was inspiring to watch. The way how they did it, the way they did it, and to come back from all the way down like that to win the World Series, that was remarkable.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And baseball's such I don't know how these gamblers or bettors do. I don't get it. I'm like, baseball, there's so many factors that come in the game. There the momentum shifts and everything like that. And you're right. I mean, I think like the wild card has won a lot of the World Series, at least I know recently. Usually a team in the wild card, and it's typically the team that's probably the hottest. Sometimes these teams that are up so much, they start to rest guys, and now that kind of gets out of it gets you out of sync a little bit, and you kind of lose the hunger maybe that, hey, we don't, if we lose today, it's okay. I hate saying that. I mean, I don't want anybody to have that, but yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, I think East Coast fans, especially, we could talk about the Yankee fans or the Mets fans as well, but I mean, the Yankee fans is that I think that you guys got just a huge base. They still got the teams back. Are they going to, complain, bitch and moan? Absolutely. I don't know. I expect them to. That's fine. That's just part of the season, the way it goes.
Yeah.
You hope, hey, maybe they go on a run here. Maybe they win tonight, they win tomorrow. You never know. Then maybe they win Sunday. That's a sweep, and it's amazing how there's so many unknowns in this game, regardless of what your payroll is. There's just so many unknowns.
I agree. There is one thing, and I hate taking up all your time, Jason, but I have to ask you, because this is a big topic on this show. Juan Soto. Okay, I want to put this to rest once and for all. My understanding, everybody, whatever information I got, under no circumstances was for the Mets going to be denied. Do you believe that? That if the Yankees offered Yankee Stadium and $1 billion, the Mets were going to offer Citi Field and $2 billion. Do you believe that?
No. I don't. This is a tough one. I don't know. I mean, what it looks like, the money, they were willing to, to invest more money. The Mets were in Soto. I thought he was a great fit for the Yankees, and then just going across town. I don't know. I don't want to rush to a judgment or anything like that, but I mean, I thought they had a pretty good thing going. I don't know. Right. Behind the scenes, there's so many stuff behind the scenes that we don't know and how it goes. But I mean, he's a special talent. He really is, and I go to him a lot talking about the legs and being in our legs and our stance. I think he does an incredible job, and I like his confidence against the pitcher. I really do. So it's hard for me to comment on. I don't want to. I can't go either way with that.
And I'm only asking you that question because everybody's on it, saying, why were they cheap? Why? I mean, I don't think $750 million is cheap. I mean, they didn't offer him a suite. They didn't offer him a plane. They didn't offer him a few things. But then again, they didn't offer it to Mariano. They didn't offer it to Jeter. This guy's here 1 year. Mm-hmm. Jeter brought 4 champions. I mean, regardless if he did it alone or he didn't. But if they didn't get it, and I'm all for everybody making the biggest dollar you can. But in my heart of hearts, there was no way the Met owner was ever going to be outbid for this. He was dead set. He's got to have this guy, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, and I think there's something behind the scenes happened that we don't know. There must have been a relationship strain with the brass and Soto. I don't know how all that worked out.
Right.
It's when maybe one of these days down the road that maybe we'll get something. We'll get some clarity on it. Maybe it'll be a Netflix special or something like that. Or a network.
Yes.
But, which I would love to know. I think a lot of people would love to know. Was it just about the money? I mean, it looks like it because what he signed for. But
one final question for you: if you had to pick right now, who are your two favorites for the World Series this year? We put everybody to that task. Every ex-player.
Yeah, it's hard to rule out the Yankees ever. It's hard to rule them out. I sit there and think about overall team chemistry. I was trying to think about the arms in the bullpen. I mean, are we overtaxing the bullpen, which I think every team is. Milwaukee's playing the best on the National League side. The Tigers are going to be in it. I'm saying it's going to be Detroit or New York.
Ooh,
Wow. Wow. You hear that,
That's,
Yankee fans? I'm not the only. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm sitting there trying to think, what do we got? 6 weeks left?
Yep.
So probably, 36, 30, I don't know how many games left.
I think it's 40 games left.
Yeah.
Well,
so many things could happen. It's just really going to come down to, the battle of attrition right here. You got to just hope maybe that some teams can start playing with some small ball and put some more pressure on that defense, on that pitching staff. So that's what I think. I think I'm speaking like with you guys as well, and with a lot of fans that like, hey, we don't give a shit. Let's get the guy over and let's play some small ball and not try to hit a freaking home run with 2 strikes every time. How about that?
Right. I agree. And
so you look at too. Another thing for you guys to look at too is look out 2 out hits, 2 out RBIs. The 2 outs. That's a. You start seeing teams that are doing that. I remember playing the Marlins in 03, and I can't tell you how many when I was with Philly, how many times that they had a 2 out, stay inside the ball, 2 out, 2 strike RBI. That just crushed us. It just crushed them, like momentum. It crushed. You feel like you had them on the ropes, and then.
Well, they had that magical. Yeah, they won the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, but no, Jason, really, I can't thank you enough for giving a great insight. And what you're doing is amazing. I think the kids, listen, if there's anything that you have or something, you could send us, and I'd love to put it on NY Yankee Mania and leave it there for you. And if we have any questions, if they have any questions, we'll let whatever for you. I'm more than happy.
I'm just
to do that.
When I tell my parents, and my older players, I say, guys, I'm just trying to get you to your next level. I mean, no hitting coach should ever say, "Oh, you're going to be in the big leagues, or you're going to be in the next." Nobody knows that. Okay, I want to. Every hitter is unique. You can't teach one swing to every hitter. Okay, and that's the beauty of it. We got to find what works for that player, and I want him to be consistent. Bottom line, be consistent.
Yeah, exactly. And go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, Jason, thank you. Glad that my team and I can help you out, Joe, with this one. And Jason, thank you again for joining Joe's show. And you keep up the great work, man, with the kids. And I hope you get an opportunity to be a coach in the major leagues. Or I also do work with the Trent Thunder with the MLB Draft League. I hope you get an opportunity there, coaching them too, if the right opportunity comes about. But like I said, thank you for joining Joe, and then just keep it up, man. You're doing a fantastic job, and you're an underrated player, in my opinion.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, you're a very good right-handed hitter, and I definitely would love to work it out that you do that with us with the play-by-play. That would be a lot of fun.
Live stream, definitely. Let me know. I enjoy talking baseball, especially when I get to watch it, live.
Okay,
and then get a chance to go from there. I want to be able to teach fans and to teach players the game. There's a game inside the game, and being able to teach them get them to think a little bit more about the game. And I want these players to understand the game more.
Well, we'll definitely, if it's okay with you, we would love to do it with you. Absolutely. It would bring such a great feeling to our broadcast. That'd be great. Thank you, Jason, and we'll definitely be in touch. The most important thing is stay healthy. You and your family, everybody, stay really, really well and enjoy life. And God bless you and God bless your family.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
You have a great day, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, sounds good.
Take care. Thank you, Jason. All right, Nathan, and then there was 2.
Good job, Joe.
How you doing? Thank you, man.
Yeah, glad that we can help you out.
Yeah, you guys are the best. I really appreciate it. Now we're
this is my younger brother.
Hey, brother, how are you? Oh, you're a Yankee fan too? Oh my God! You know you look like Robinson Cano. You look a little like Robinson Cano, don't you know? Well,
I thought it was gonna be my uncle. I thought it was gonna be my uncle at the airport, but my younger brother surprised me for my birthday weekend.
that's great, younger brother. Have a great time. You got a great older brother there, and I'm sure you're in the same mold. And good luck. And I hope you guys have a really, really good weekend and a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You can say, don't worry. You can say hello. But no.
I said thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm teasing. I'm just having fun with you. We are in the post game show. I'm going to bring Sean Browning up. How you doing, Sean?
what's up, Sean?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Nathan?
How you doing?
Yeah, and Nathan's little brother. How you doing?
Yeah.
Good. How you doing?
Robinson Cano, don't you know?
But
Oh my God! I swear to God, you look fast. He looks like Robinson Cano.
Oh wow.
no, the lineup just came out, and what's interesting is
Uh-oh.
Goldschmidt's not in the lineup, but it's probably because of his knee.
Right.
They got Cody at first, Ben Rice is catching, Caballero's in the outfield and right field.
Is that?
Yeah, I just don't have it in front. I can't pull it up on my phone, but I just seen it while I'm on the thing because I'm on my phone through this video, with the camera.
Okay.
So
I'm looking to get it. Hold on. I'm trying to get it anyway. Let's see here. Well, Talking Baseball says Giancarlo Stanton is out of the lineup tonight.
Oh wow.
Carabello will start in right field with Judge DHing.
No, Carabella's an idiot.
I have
man.
Trent Grissom is leading off in center field. Ben Rice catching. Aaron Judge batting third. As the DH, Cody Bellinger is going to play. What's that?
Left, right field. Oh, center field.
Oh, he's going to play first.
Oh, first. Okay.
Yep. And Chas Chisholm after Bellinger. Volpe is too high in the lineup, guys. Dominguez, McMahon, and Carabello.
Okay.
And Luis Hill on the mound. I don't like Volpe batting that high in the lineup. Here we go again.
yeah, this is the difference between the nerds, the analytics, like Jason was saying, and the managers. The manager probably was like wanting to keep Volpe down in the lineup, but guess what? The computers were like, "Hey, let's put Volpe number 6." But I mean, regardless of it, we're just gonna have to see. They have to execute between the foul lines. Players have to execute. That's what it got to come down to because they know how to play the game of baseball, but they just got to get it done.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's mind-boggling. It really now why is Giancarlo Stanton not in this lineup?
It could be a number of reasons. It could be from the outfield maybe too big and they just don't feel too comfortable throwing them out there, or it's just too hot in St. Louis, and we don't want to lose the guy.
But do you guys like Kyle Barrow in the outfield?
Yeah, he's fun. He's played remember, he was a Zobrist guy he's a Ben Zobrist type player.
Yeah.
When he was with the Rays.
Yep.
And they have like a whole team of Ben Zobrist type players.
Hey, Nathan,
So-
Mr. Met says, Nathan, where's your brother from? Joe's right. He does look like Robinson Cano.
My brother lives in Florida.
Ah, okay. Are you sure he's not really there? He is Robinson Cano. How you doing? You do look like him. Holy cow! Sean, don't you think so?
Yeah. Or he probably looks kind of like Luis Soho.
No, doesn't look like Louis Soho. He's got the eyebrows coming up. He's got the Cano glasses, and he's got the features in the front. Are you kidding me? Oh,
That's
my
Robinson Cano right there.
Well, so you should be very proud there, my man, and with millions of dollars too. So that's cool. No, but do you follow the Yankees at all out there where you come from?
Yeah, I watch them occasionally. Usually, like when I have time to do, I'll watch it. Like, haven't kept up with them lately as much, but I know they're not doing like as good as they would do. But
Let me let
they're
me
gonna
ask
come
you.
back. They're gonna come back.
Let me ask you something, and cover your brother's ears. Are you proud of him?
The Yankees.
Are you know? Are
Uh,
you proud of your brother of what he's accomplished so far?
oh yeah, 100%. So when he started during COVID, it's crazy how he came up more and more and more.
Yeah,
Doing interviews with all famous people, and yeah, he's definitely came a long way. Sure.
it's funny. Dennis in the chat says, "Are you for you to be for me to put pressure on you? You have to subscribe to the channel. You have no choice." But no,
Hey, Joe, I'll try and join the post game, but I'm going to drop here.
okay. Have a
Yeah.
great one. Enjoy, and
Yeah.
have a great time. You got a great brother there, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
you. See you, Sean. Let's go,
See ya.
Yankees.
Yep. Take care.
Let's go Yankees.
All right, Sean. It's us on the pregame show. I
Yeah.
don't like. I'm not happy with the lineup at
No,
all.
I mean I don't like it. I don't like the fact that Paul G's not in the lineup because it's homecoming for him, and I would just think that he deserves to get his due from the crowd. You know.
And I think it's good. I think it's because of the fact that he's hurt. That knee is
Yeah.
bothering him more than they're saying.
No, and then I understand that, but I think they will find a way to get him out there to get a curtain call with the crowd. You know. Because I mean like I said, he's a Hall of Famer, and he spent most of his career in St. Louis,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
the highlight of his career. But yeah, but no, I don't like the stands nothing. But I mean, what can we do? I mean, they put out the lineup, and you know, none of us are the guys behind the computers, and you
Yeah.
know, if computers could rationalize like we do, we'd be out of a job.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Celia says once again, Boone and the analytics department is messing up the lineup.
Well, I mean, you got a point that is, but I mean, at the same time, it's just like what Clint Frazier said and others have said is how much is his hands really tied? Because I mean, Fishman might have some pull that Boone can't really, he can only push back so far.
Yeah.
So you don't. I mean, none of us know what's going on behind closed doors.
No, I
But I'm
agree.
just, and I mean, imagine this. I mean, if we manage to score 9 runs with this lineup, as wacky as it is, are we
I
gonna be happy, or are we gonna be like, ooh?
I don't know, but Bryce is asking Carabello should be giving Volpe a day off. Put him at shortstop, but of course the Yankees can't hurt Volpe's ego.
Well, I don't know if it's as much as a vote. I mean, I do agree that he would be the guy that I would spell Volpe, and they should spell Volpe at short. Give him a day off or a couple days down the stretch. But Volpe's also what 22, 24 years old, whatever it is.
Yep.
Um, he's a young gun, but at the same time, I think he should. And I'm like this, Joe. All that whole load management, I know a lot of sports have gone into where they over rest the players. it kind of like it's gotta be a fine balance. And right now, the problem is we don't have too much options in outfield. Judge is DHing, and do you really want John Carlo in a big old field in a hot day, a hot night in St. Louis?
No, it's not that, but we miss his bat. We miss, we just
Right,
miss the
right.
lineup.
Well,
Um,
and then also Slater's injured, and Rosario's injured.
right. Uh,
So
I understand. It's a catch-22, and of course, Judge still can't play the outfield.
right.
So Richard's saying about African American players were in the big leagues a lot, but now it seems like they're not going into baseball; they're going into football. Well, I also believe too it's not promoted enough anymore in the community. They're promoting football. I think baseball does a terrible job. They only go in certain communities, and they should go to each and every community. I don't care
Well,
if it's black, white, yellow, green, it doesn't matter. But I don't think I just don't think that they're promoting it as much as they did. Once in a while you'll hear about they honor Jackie Robinson. They got to do more than that. You got to
yeah.
get look at soccer. Look at they. All they do is promote. All these schools are soccer, soccer,
Well,
soccer. You don't see
it-
baseball anymore.
yeah. I mean, you look at this. Football's promoting. They're even pushing for the international flag football.
Yes.
Um, and then that's a big one. Hockey's promoting.
Yes.
Basketball's promoting. Yeah, and baseball. The problem is the baseball has been emphasized on. They've been focusing a lot on getting players transferring over from Japan or other international markets. So they focus a lot on that or on the Latin American um, players from Venezuela, all of those places. But then you're neglecting the other communities here in the U.S. and in Canada. I mean, there's baseball's played around the world, but yeah, if baseball did a better job at promoting on all avenues, they
Yep.
would get everyone in there. Look at how football is. You got players in the NFL. Some of them didn't even start playing till college.
You
Like
know, and you want, and I'll add to that, Sean. Where you see promotion in between Yankee games when they're playing outside Yankee Stadium, and you see all those really good ball players, and they don't get a shot because
yeah,
the different money, financial or whatever. But if you look at them, and I've seen them when I've come out of Yankee Stadium and I watch, there's some really good, talented players there. And I don't see. I actually went over, and I actually asked a coach one time. It was about 2 years ago. I said, "These guys are good," and he said, "I know." I said, "Do they ever have scouts?" He says, "No, I've never seen a scout here," and I
yeah.
think that's terrible. I
No,
really did. And I actually went to the Yankees and I said something. Oh, we'll give this to the proper people. No, thank you so much. Never saw anything. I mean, at least I don't know. But they're very talented people. Now, why now, the same way MLB Network puts together all of these camps, make camps in every community. Send a
well,
ball player there.
well,
What is wrong with that?
there is a big thing they do, but it's more of a tournament deal.
Yes.
Um, but it's Cal Ripken and his brother Bill Ripken. They're running out of Baltimore, and they actually bring it through different places. But I heard what they do. But a lot of it caters around 14 and under. And what they do is all those little league teams go and they play round robin deals, but then they also get to learn from legends and professionals like the Rifkin brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And they then they get involved in it. But the problem is, outside of that, it doesn't really get more mature unless like they go and pay him to go to the Bucky Dent school, or you go in these other camps that lead to like Vanderbilt and other colleges. So yeah, it's
Yeah, I
really
know.
kind of a hard needle to
I
thread.
agree. And I won't mention the first comment, Richard, but I really appreciate what you just said. I never thought of the answer that you just gave. You're right on the dime. Yeah, because there's no promotion. I would promote it. I would love to promote something like that. These kids are very talented, but
Oh yeah,
they're looking in the same places. Japan. Why you got to go to Japan all the time? It's right here, right? Like Boone says, it's right in front of us. It's right in
yeah.
front of
But
us.
or
Well,
or
bring
they'll
it
go
here.
or they'll go to Venezuela and sign players at 16. Venezuela, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Panama, all of those Latin American countries. They'll sign them as teenagers, bring them over, and get them in there. But it's a lot of focus on that, or in the Japanese where they're trying to get the Ichiros and the Otanis and all those guys.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I totally agree with you. Welcome to the stream, Jake Boss, Katie. You're so cool, Katie. You're the only one that calls me Joey, and I love it. But only you could call me Joey, nobody else. Yet that is cool, Katie. You got to join us one day. You have to join us. You're really a big part of the stream. You've done a lot of talking in the stream, and it's awesome. Come on, you got to come and do it. So one of these days, come on. Let me know the best way to get in touch, and we'll put you on. It would be a lot of fun. I really would appreciate that. Bill O, how you doing? Guys, I haven't really touched yet on what's happening for later. So after this stream, we're going to go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel because he's going to do the play-by-play at 8 o'clock. And then right after that, hopefully it's not 2 o'clock in the morning, we will have our post-game show, guys. So it's Ken the Ugly Truth's channel, and then come back for the post game. And then, of course, tomorrow morning you got bagels, coffee, you name it, and Yankee Talk at 8:30. One thing, again, I haven't changed, and it's gone up again. Guys, it's unbelievable. I love that you're all listening and watching, but now we're up to almost 40% of you watching for an hour at least. You're not subscribing. Come on, guys, we need it. Does anybody want to win the $100? We've got to get to that 500 mark. Let's go. Let's go. There's no excuse. There's so many people out there watching and listening to us. Come out of the shell. Come to NY Mania, Yankee Mania. Just subscribe and then go back if you want. I don't think anybody wants a nice $100 bill. I'm challenging it now. Sean, am I right or wrong? Come on.
Oh, I mean you're right, but I don't know. There's a lot of things going on, but yeah. I mean, come on, guys. Go ahead. Don't be shy. That's what my grandma used to say when she had a big old buffet, homemade foods. But yeah, don't be shy.
It's
Come
going
on.
to happen. When we get to the 500 subscription, NY Yankee Mania is going to give you a $100 bill. So what are we waiting for? Come on. Unless everybody's a millionaire, more power to you. That's great. But tell your friends, tell your family, because everybody's going to have it. Everybody's going to have an even chance. And then when we hit 500, I'm going to make the announcement. And the first ones that are in the stream, I'm going to go down the line. And believe me, the question's not going to be that easy. So don't think you don't have a chance. So by all means, subscribe. Test it out. Test it out. And you know, you guys are great. And we're getting so close. Let's do this. Let's do it. We work hard. We want to work hard for you, and something will pay off for you guys. Who knows? NY Yankee Mania might be a little bit more generous. Maybe we'll have 2 winners. We'll have 100. How about this? We'll have 100 and a 50 and a 25. You have 3 chances. Is that going to make you sub? I think it will. Come on, guys. 100, 50, and 25. So, can't ask for more than that, right, Sean?
No, you can't. But I mean, yeah. I mean, come on, and
40%,
just subscribe. Join the
Sean,
family.
40% of our audience is not subscribed, and according to YouTube Studios, they are watching for about an hour. Come on. Just come on over and subscribe, and that's it. You're going to have 3 chances, 100, 50, and 25. That's it. Listen, I'd be the first one to subscribe. Why not? A cool $100 bill, and you know that it's going to be in your account in less than 5 seconds. You don't have to wait for the mail. You don't have to wait for anything. That's beautiful modern technology. Your time turns into money.
It'll be right there in the Venmo or PayPal or whatever y'all use.
Or Zelle.
Zelle or Venmo, whatever y'all prefer. I mean, the money will be right there, quick in an instant. Yeah. So come on and join the family.
Right, and we also had a subscriber that said that if they won, they would want me to donate it to Sarah Lang's with the Lou Gehrig's disease, and I'd be more than happy to do that.
Oh yeah, the Star Charity.
But if you want the money, you got it. So that's the new thing: 100, 50, and 25. That's my challenge to you guys. Let's get to 500 subs. Let's do this. Anyway, getting back to, okay, so we do, I'm really hoping the post-game show isn't at midnight, guys. I'm going to put the link out for about 11 o'clock, and let's
just
see where we go. Go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully they don't give us a 16-hour marathon. A 16-inning marathon. That would be crazy. But no, I mean the games should be fine. I mean, Heel will probably give us probably 6 innings. And I'm looking at probably 8 Ks. And then I don't know. I just see Judge and Bellinger just having a big game, and then you know what? Give me a Caballero or Carabel, whatever his name is.
Cabanero.
Yeah. Give me a Jose all the way. You know, just I think having him in the lineup, he's gonna, and him being a league leading in stolen bases, and him near Jazz. I can just see them running wild on the base pass and just causing havoc on the St. Louis pitchers.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with you guys, Sean. I really do. I love this quote from Richard. You're the best, Richard. You got to come and join us on one of the shows, okay? Joe is probably the most passionate Yankee fan that I've ever met. I'm not a Yankee fan, but I want the Yankees to win every game just for Joe. Now, if that isn't the nicest thing somebody has said, I don't know what is. Thank you, Richard. That really means a lot.
Who's your favorite team, Richard?
Let's see. Jose G. Insight said, if I win, I'll take the money and send it right back to Joe. That's cool. Thank you, man.
Hey, I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, we just gotta go out and play our game. But like Jason was saying during the interview, um, there's gotta be more small ball, like grinding out the bats and coming out with a game plan. You know, more of an approach at the plate. You know, and if your name ain't Aaron Judge and John Carlos Stanton, you should be open to bunting. If the whether the manager calls it or you decide with the situation going on, I mean, you know, that was one of the things I liked about seeing Ichiro when he first came through the league. He was not afraid to bunt, lead off bunt.
Right? No, I
You
agree.
know,
I agree with you. I totally agree.
no one was expecting it, but there you go.
Guys, I'm glad that you're ahead of the curve right now with how many innings you think Luis Hill will go tonight, because we are going into almost getting close to an hour and 40 minutes on the stream. But let's see. Katie says I say 7 innings also. Bill O says he'll go 7 innings, 6 Ks, 2 walks, 2 runs. Yankees win 7-3. Let's see. Jake says, gonna say 5 innings for Eel. The Cardinals are tough, like the Blue Jays, always always following off pitches. Yeah, you're right about that. You're 100% up right on that. But Sean, give us your idea on who's going to be the big Yankee star tonight, and how and how long do you think he's going to pitch tonight?
Well, I'm gonna start with Hill. Um, the real deal Hill is going to give us 6, maybe even get into 7 innings. But I still see 8 Ks. And probably give up a couple runs. But I don't see him struggling. I see him giving us enough length. And then hitting wise, my stars are pretty much Judge, and then Bellinger, and then I got Caballero just wreaking a havoc on the base pass, and causing issues with the opponent, the St. Louis defense and the pitchers. And so, but I see a score of and give me an 8-2 score. Just I don't know, it's just something I got a feeling of. We just
Okay,
we're gonna be productive.
cool, Sean. By the way, Sean, are you available possibly for the post game tonight?
Oh, I'll be on my way to work before the game's over.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because I
But
got to be at work at midnight. So
cool, okay. But all right. Well, like I said, we will join. Hopefully, everybody to go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel at 8 p.m. and enjoy play by play there. I'll go in and say hi to everyone, and then from there, please come back for our post game show tonight. Putting the link out for about 11 o'clock. But I have a feeling it's probably going to go to 11:15, 11:30. But we'll see. One way or the other, we'll do something. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, we will definitely give you the lowdown on everything that happened in baseball and, of course, with the New York Yankees. So final thoughts, Sean? Couple of words. Appreciate it. And,
yeah.
and then we will, by the way, we do have a final score. The Pittsburgh Pirates 3 and the Chicago Cubs 2. That's the only game and the only final. Go ahead.
Well, my thing is, hey, Yankees, let's go on a run. Let's just wake up and let's just go on a run for the rest of these games. Let's finish the season strong. Let's get into playoffs, and anything can happen. But let's go Yankees.
You got it. Let's go Yankees. I want to give this one other comment from Richard. I am a Vietnam veteran. We used to have 1 year tour in Vietnam. That is what baseball players play on. Team now 1 year, and they go to another team. We salute you, Richard. Great service. Thanks for your service. And you're a very, very, very big part of this show. And don't you ever forget it. And you will not be forgotten whatsoever, no matter how small or big this channel gets or in life. You are always going to be number one in our eyes. So thank you, you and Ken and Sean, all of you, everybody. Thank you very, very much.
Oh yeah, real Bill was an Air Force vet.
It's real Bill. I'm sorry. My mind's exploding. I'm already thinking about the next show, guys, for us. So excuse me if but thank you everyone for being here. Jason was fantastic. If we can work everything out with Jason, he will come on to play-by-play with us, and that would be a lot of fun. And we'd be looking forward to a former player to give us some great insight. And I really, really, admire that. And kudos to him for wanting to do it with us. So that's great news. And thank you to Nitin and his team, as always, for putting this together. We have a lot more surprises for you guys. Stick with us, but subscribe and press the like button. Please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you. 40%, make it come down to 20%, and then nothing. You're out there. Let's go. Come on. Rah us. You like us from afar. We don't bite. I promise we don't bite. We're good people. But anyway, guys, enjoy. Have a great Friday night. Have a great dinner. Let's get ready for a big Yankee win, and then we come back. If the game so-called finishes before 11, we come on 2 minutes after the game. If it's after 11, I can probably see us going on at 11:30, and we'll discuss everything going on. Sean, I can't thank you enough for coming on and helping stream. You're the best. I really, really appreciate it. Richard says, Yankees, please win one for Joe and the crew. Thank you, Richard. Let's go for it. Bryce, Paul is not in today's starting lineup, but hopefully he'll be available off the bench in the series against the Cardinals. Thank you for that. Dennis, I guess Joe only needs some people chat. I guess a newbie, it doesn't happen. Good luck here, everyone. Okay. Whatever that means. I read them all, Dennis. You got to understand, man. I've been on 2 hours. We did a former player's interview. I'm trying to read everything, and my mind's going a mile a minute. I'm sorry, Dennis. I did not mean to diss your comments or not look at them. That's not me. I am very, very sorry, and I'd be more than happy to read your comments, and I do after the show too. And I'm sorry if I don't. Let's see. Dennis says, do we stay on Ken's channel if the game is still going on and or move over here? No, Dennis, stay on Ken's until the game is over. Then everybody come here. The game is still on. So rah Ken for sure, Dennis, by all means. And then we could, even if I come on, I'll be talking about a lot of the things, and I'll just keep one eye on the game and just update. But I'm not doing the play-by-play. Ken is doing the play-by-play. So in all fairness, he's got to get the kudos, not us. So until the game's over, then we would really appreciate you all coming here and spending time with us. So with that in mind, love you guys. Any questions I don't get to, please don't get offended. I will get to them. I do read them, and I care about each and every one of you. Don't you ever forget that. It just doesn't happen. But there's a lot going on, and I thank you guys for everything. God bless you. God bless America, all your families and friends. Enjoy your dinner. Let's go Yankees, and we'll see you with the post-game show right after the game. Good night, everyone. Good night, Sean. Take care.
All right.